Hey everybody, and welcome back to Play It Again. I'm Sue, and I am so glad you joined me today. Thank you so very much, because we are going to have a fantastic song today. We are going to do The Doors, and we're going to do their classic song, PEACEFROG, and I always have loved this song. It was an absolute blast to hear back in the day, and I'm very excited to hear it today. I have not heard this song for a long time. But before we get going though, if you can all like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so, it really does help me a ton, and I would really appreciate that. It's something that you can all do very easily by just clicking that little subscribe button. And if you so desire, you can always become a member of my channel. And to do that, all you have to do is click on the little join button right below the video. It'll tell you all the information about the memberships. And if any of them appeal to you, you can become a member of my channel. All right, let's get into it. PEACEFROG by The Doors. This is going to be an absolute blast.
Dead blood in the streets, it's up to my ankles. Sheet blood in the streets, it's up to my knees. Sheet blood in the streets, the town of Chicago. Sheet blood on the rise, it's following me. She's about to break a day. She came in and she drove away. Sunlight in her hair. She flooded the streets on the river of sadness. She flooded the streets, it's up to my thigh. Yeah, the river runs right down the legs of the city. No women in the crying and rivers are weeping. She came to town and then she drove away. Sunlight in her hair.
Absolutely love this song. This is like The Doors doing a funk song. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. I love the arrangement in this song. It is so cool. You know, that bass line in this song is absolutely incredible. I love it. It just gives it such a funky vibe. It's so amazing. And then you have that eerie kind of upbeat keyboard or organ that's in this that just sends it to a whole other level. And you have that fantastic guitar that's doing that great riff throughout the whole song as well. This is, I love it. It's one of my favorite Doors songs. It's so different than a lot of the other things that they did. But then, of course, they were so versatile and they did so many different things and they did them so very well. And of course, we can't actually talk about this song without talking about Jim Morrison's voice. He had such a beautiful tone to his voice. That lower register of his voice is absolutely stunning. He is amazing. This whole band were phenomenal, and this song is just so fun. And I remember they used to play this one back in the clubs when I was out in the, you know, in the 90s, even 80s, 90s, and they kind of, this whole song kind of rejuvenated itself, I guess, back then, because I think people were finding it from my generation that may have been a little too young when this first came out, because I think this came out around 1970. And so I think we were kind of reliving it again, maybe in the later 80s and early 90s. And I absolutely love dancing to it because it does have that cool, funky beat. Interestingly, this song was never released as a single in the United States, but it did get a lot of airplay. But it was on the B-side in France, actually. So that's kind of cool how different countries have different songs that they, you know, will put out as singles or even as a B-side single. All right, let's rewind this a little bit and let's get right back into this song. This is so fantastic. I'm absolutely loving this.
Battered on dawn's highway bleeding. Ghosts crowd the young child's fragile eggshell mind. Blood in the streets in the town of New Haven. Blood stains the roofs and the palm trees of Venice. Blood in my love in the terrible summer. Bloody red sun of fantastic LA. Blood screens the brain and chop off the fingers. Blood will be born in the birth of a nation. Blood is the rose of mysterious union. Dead blood in the streets, it's up to my ankles. Blood in the streets, it's up to my knee. Blood in the streets, the town of Chicago. Blood on the rise is following me.
Absolutely great. Love that song. It is so fantastic. The music in that song is absolutely fantastic. It just makes this song. It just has a cool, funky beat to it, and all of the instruments working so well together, doing their own little parts, but just adding so much to this song. Absolutely genius. It was so well arranged. I absolutely cannot say enough about how much I love the music in this particular song. Interestingly, the lyrics in the song were quite dark, and there were 3 different times where Jim was actually talking about things that he experienced or things that affected him. When he's talking about the blood in the streets in New Haven, that was actually from when he was actually removed from stage and arrested in 1969. He must have been doing something on stage once again that they didn't like. They actually would watch him for some of his behavior, because some of his behavior was considered unacceptable for audiences at that particular time, and he would often get taken off of stage. Another one was the blood in Chicago, and that was talking particularly about the Democratic National Convention in 1968, and there were protests at this particular convention, and there were a lot of people that were getting hurt, etc. And so that was another one that really kind of affected him. And the third, and probably the most important one in this one, was when he was talking about the Indians on the highway bleeding. And that was actually from a personal experience that he had when he was with his family, when he was quite young. I think he was about 4 years old. And it was apparently there were Native Americans that were actually on the road, and I'm not sure exactly what happened here, but apparently he witnessed it as a young boy, and it really stuck with him. And he felt that the sort of the spirits of these Native Americans were really filling up his soul, and they actually kind of entered him and entered his soul. So I thought that was very interesting at such a young age to have such thoughts. Was actually, it just shows you what an incredible kind of artistic genius that he really was, to have those kind of experiences at such a young age, to just open yourself up to that. Most children would not be thinking that, I don't think, at that particular time, but very interesting. And he is a very fascinating man, and a very, very cool kind of idea there. I thought that was very, very interesting. Anyway, if you like The Doors and you would like me to do more of them, please put it down in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to check out more of their stuff. I absolutely think they are a genius band and would love to do more. All right, everybody, and remember, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I really do appreciate it. All right, everybody, have a joyful day, and I will see you all again next time. Bye-bye.